The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 114, The Bomb. Rosen responded, "It was unbelievable. I was so terrified when I saw it." Inside the bunker they had created a faithful replica of central London in a smaller size, just as it was before the bomb. I walked along the streets, passing by a replica of the sign above the Palace Cinema. The only thing missing was a James Bond poster and the lines of moviegoers. Next to the cinema, there was a hair salon, a clothing shop, and a grocery store. All of them were empty of humans, doors wide open. I ventured into the grocery store, which was more like a food center. Shelves were filled with food in plastic containers and bottles. I picked up a bag of reddish pasta and checked the label. It said, watermelon. Manufacturing date, 1964. Expiry date, 2964. I left the store and walked down the street. Soon, I came across a soccer field. From a distance, it looked like a surreal outdoor art exhibition had taken over the entire field. But as I got closer, it became clear that these were the large cabinets from the Central Archive, temporarily placed there until a more permanent solution was found. I wandered among the cabinets, noticing that they were arranged in the same pattern as in the Central Archive hall above. I randomly pulled out a drawer, retrieved a folder, and opened it. To read its contents, I had to use my flashlight. I was astonished when I saw the person's date of birth, April 1, 1765. I stood in the heart of the Central Archive of the British Empire, spanning the last 3 to 4 centuries. It's often said that there are more stars in a galaxy than grains of sand on Earth. It made me feel as if I'd stumbled into an immense cosmic sandbox. Surrendering, I leaned against one of the cabinets, slowly sank to the ground, and sat on the soccer field's artificial grass. I reached into my backpack for the coffee pot. It took me a moment to realize that I had left its bits by the stairs down to the bunker. Apparently, it was the effects of the concussion that had prevented my memory from properly storing such a detail. The inside of the backpack was still wet from the spilled coffee. I pulled my hand back and sniffed my fingers for the smell of coffee. Sometimes the joys of life shrink to almost nothing and end in self-delusion, where your brain sells you only an illusion of something instead of the real thing. Under those circumstances, it was enough to get me to my feet and point the flashlight at the cupboards. There were no labels or numbers on them. How would anyone ever locate a specific folder here? But then again, perhaps it was intentional. After all, I was in a nuclear bomb-proof underground bunker belonging to the military. If the military had agreed to place these cabinets here, they must have had a special interest in this archive. In wartime, intelligence services often switched street signs in a city before it fell into enemy hands, causing confusion when trying to find a specific address. This bought them precious time to move valuable items and important individuals to secret locations. Maybe this was why the folders were stored in identical cabinets without any identifying marks. It was likely that the cabinets and drawers were organized according to a highly classified code system. The mystery was undeniably complex, but it didn't have to be unsolvable.